Spending time outside with your dog and interacting with it helps fulfil one of their most basic needs, to be part of the pack, their family. Otherwise, you might find yourself with some problems like this barking dog that's kept alone outside by itself, huh, Robert? And unfortunately, 20% of Australian dogs are kept outside. So how can this become a problem?
Well, because one of the things that we do find is that these dogs that are outside have a high incidence of separation anxiety problems. I regard them as the biggest challenge, in fact, for people working in behaviour to deal with.
Okay.
So we get being destructive,
Yes.
trying to get back inside the house sometimes, maybe destructive of the fence or the gate, trying to follow people out there, pooping and peeing all the place, barking an awful lot, as we've been hearing the dog over the fence here. And some dogs, in fact, possibly just get all depressed and glum. And this is what we haven't been able to identify yet. We know the dogs that many of them protest, but what about the others that are just sort of given up? All these, in fact, we believe are anxiety related, and some of them are frustration related. There's a barrier to joining people. Because we're dealing with a very highly social species, and they want to be with us. And if the next best thing to being with us, in fact, if they can't do that, is to be inside the house, inside the nest, the den.
Okay. And if, you know, there are some instances where people have to go out. We can't always have them inside with us, potentially if you've got to go out to work and stuff. So how can we make up for that when we come home or on weekends with some family playtime?
Well, get out and play with them and take them for, you know, free running exercise. Take them down to the beach if that's possible. Do as much as you can with them. Just sit outside with them. They're such a social species. They just like to have people around.
Yes. And what about toys or interacting and games? Is that a good way to help keep them stimulated?
Well, when you're there, yes. I mean, you can play with virtually anything, but it's a good idea when they're going to be alone by themselves to use home alone type products. Those are the products which are interactive, that the dog could say, pull on the bungee and a bit of food drops out, the home alone toy, tuck a ball where the dog rolls the food, the ball rather, and the food comes out occasionally. And so if that's a significant part of the dog's daily diet, they've got to work at that and work for a long period of time. And if they're focused doing that, well, it's occupying them, that's got to be good.
So the key message is obviously that we need to be spending time outdoors with our dog playing if they are kept out there alone. I know you're watching TV, us at the moment, but if your dog is outside, as soon as we're finished, head on out and have a nice game of tug. Thanks,
Sounds like a good idea to me.
It does, doesn't it?
Now we better go and fix that dog.